For a few days now, this video of Sunwoo has been going viral. He's getting called out for being rude, and things got even messier when Nana, a popular actress and former idol, jumped into the conversation. Ever since then, it's been pure drama back and forth, so let's break down everything that's been going on. After the video started circulating, fans began criticizing Sunwoo for not even thanking the bodyguard who handed him his AirPods. You can find comments like, "Who even are you, that kid? Who are you without basic manners? If you drop something, pick it up yourself." People also pointed out that if a female idol had done something like this and it was caught on camera, she'd probably be forced into a long hiatus. And honestly, that's not even an exaggeration. But the comment that stirred things up the most came from Nana. She wrote, "Looks like he ought to be scolded." Now, for those who don't know, Jina, aka Nana, is a former member of After School, and you've probably seen her in the Netflix series Mask Girl. She's also set to appear in the upcoming Omniscient Reader movie alongside Jisoo, probably later this year. And I've gotta say it, Nana is seriously one of the most stunning visuals K-pop has ever given us. She was the it girl. Anyway, after her comment started gaining attention, I was honestly confused. Like, why would she say that? That's not really her vibe usually. So Sunwoo ended up posting a message to fans. He said on a fan communication platform, "Everyone was talking about the AirPods, so I looked up the video and it really looks like I just received them without saying anything and acted rude." He went on, "A fan shouted something, but I didn't know what had fallen at first, so I was confused. When I realized it was my AirPods, I said, 'My AirPods,' and looked for them with my eyes. When I couldn't find them and received the AirPods, I didn't bow my head but just said, 'Thank you.'" Then he added, "I understand that it could have looked that way. I always say thank you and greet people, even when someone just holds the door for me. Don't worry." And finally, I can't explain and clarify everything like this forever, but I realized that it looked like my fault, so I acknowledge it. However, I always greet the cleaning staff and others at music shows properly, so I'll be more mindful to make sure no such misunderstandings happen again. He asked fans to stop nitpicking. And to be fair, it was a decent apology, but hey, this is K-pop. You know there's always gonna be drama. There were two parts of his apology that rubbed people the wrong way. First, some felt it gave off, "I didn't actually do anything wrong, but since y'all are mad, I'll take the L energy." And second, the line where he said, "I can't clarify and explain everything like this forever." Now that part is actually fair, and kind of the right thing to say, considering how intense the scrutiny can get. He also subtly reminded everyone that he's a decent person. Now things could have ended there, but of course, some people weren't having it. They went frame by frame through the video and left comments like, "It doesn't even look like he said thank you. His lips didn't move. The shape of his mouth doesn't match the word thank you." And then others came to his defense saying, "When stuff like this happens, most celebrities just ignore it. The fact that he addressed it shows he's probably in the top 10% when it comes to character. Let it go. It was a misunderstanding. This is my first time hearing about it. Y'all are just ganging up on him." But then there were harsher takes like, "It's a fact that this guy is a misogynist, but looks like people are still deciding to stan him. As expected, women's love is amazing." I get that he wanted to clear things up, but the way he explained it on the fan platform sounded so aggressive. You can tell he was annoyed, and it's not helping his case. He's already known for the Ask incident, and his excuse was just, "I was talking to friends." He has a rep for loving fans, but not long ago he caused another scene at a fan sign too. I don't even know this group's songs, but he's always trending for the wrong reasons. Also, the part where he said, "I always greet the cleaning staff properly," like, wow, okay? So yeah, opinions are all over the place. Some are defending him, others are dissecting every word. It's chaos, as expected. Things only got worse when a fan war broke out. Sunwoo's and TBZ stans started flooding Nana's Instagram with hate comments. They began calling her a hypocrite for not speaking up about other serious issues in the industry. Some people brought up the fact that she stayed silent during Kim Soo-hyun's recent controversy. Comments like, "Nana had the urge to call out Sunwoo but chose to stay silent on Kim Soo-hyun. Embarrassing. Lost my respect." It really says a lot when someone is quick to call out an idol over something so small, but stays completely silent on the serious Kim Soo-hyun situation. And on top of that, being close with Hyuna just makes it all look even more questionable. Yeah, that's another reason she's getting hate, because she's friends with Hyuna and even attended her wedding to Jun-young. Now, I already have a detailed video on how Hyuna basically lost most of her career because of that wedding and her husband's past. She's been quietly ousted from the industry, and to this day, we don't even know if she'll ever make a proper comeback, or if she even can. But for context, Jun-young, her husband, was heavily criticized and, at one point, boycotted by the public due to his connection to the Burning Sun scandal. During that time, there was also a lot of misinformation being spread. Jun-young was being accused of being a horrible person. Some even falsely accused him of SA. As someone who's followed the Burning Sun case and talked about it multiple times before, I've seen how misinformation surrounding Jun-young still lingers. He admitted to receiving secretly filmed videos from Young Jun-young in a private group chat. He later apologized, cooperated with authorities, and even served as a witness in the case. But because he was a silent observer, people still hate him to this day. Now let's be clear. What he did was wrong. Being silent in the face of a crime is still being complicit. He was held accountable. But calling him the R word or making up stuff that's factually incorrect, that's just not okay. Anyway, back to Nana. You can find comments like, "This is seriously bothering me." Nana never spoke out against actual SA offenders, but chose to speak up on Sunwoo's situation, which wasn't even that deep, and he already clarified it. And she's friends with Hyuna? Like, who does she think she is? She seriously needs to know her place, LOL. And worse, meanwhile she's hanging out with— Be for real. She was at Hyuna's release party with Somi. She's calling out innocent people, but not her R-enabler friend. Now, just to make it crystal clear, Junhyung has never been accused or charged with committing SA. What he admitted to was being in a group chat with key figures of the Burning Sun case. To me, the hate Nana is getting is not justified, especially when your facts aren't even straight. Her Instagram comment sections, even on posts from months ago, are getting flooded with hate. People are even dragging up her old dating rumors with Kim Soo-hyun. That's right, dating rumors from 2014, which she already denied. Apparently, it all started because she once said her ideal type was Kim Soo-hyun, and he mentioned Orange Caramel as his favorite back in the day. You know how it goes. When it comes to defending their faves, some stans will bring up the most random stuff just to tear someone else down. So after all that, people started digging into Sunwoo's past behavior too, especially after the release of his latest music video, which featured him and an actress in a romantic concept. Now, it's not the music video itself that got him dragged, it's how he talked about it afterward. Here's what he said about the video. "I was planning to do it alone, but I figured I needed some kind of counterpart. So I asked a friend I've been close with since middle school to help out. No need to be jealous, haha. And by the way, the friend who helped me out isn't just some regular person. She's an actress. I asked her for work-related reasons, so let's not start any weird rumors. If it were just a regular person, I would have called a Diobi, a fan, instead." Like, bro, just say you worked with an actress and move on. Why are you turning it into a flex, saying stuff like, "If it was just a regular person, I would have called a fan"? What was the reason? People are annoyed not because there was an actress, but because of how weirdly he worded it. That "no need to be jealous" and "don't start rumors" tone comes off super dismissive. You know fans are sensitive, but instead of being careful, you kind of mock the situation, then act surprised when people are upset. Fans have been commenting on things like, "He always stirs up these controversies himself, then acts like we're the problem." Wow, this is such a turnoff. Why would any fan want to be talked down to like this? Seriously, just wow. It's the attitude. He low-key invited jealousy, scolded fans for reacting, and made a weird distinction between regular person versus actress. Nana actually responded to the backlash and to fans demanding she apologize to Sunwoo. She clapped back at one comment that said, "It's really disappointing and thoughtless to judge someone based on a short, out-of-context video. As a senior in the industry, you should know how painful this can be. Please don't leave such careless comments." Nana hit back with, "A glimpse tells the whole story." In Korean, that's an idiom basically meaning a single action speaks volumes. Fans jumped to support her, saying, "She's right. People are overreacting and dragging her for no reason. Let's be real. She wouldn't have said something unless she really felt strongly after watching that clip. Y'all need to tell your own idol to chill instead of harassing Nana for speaking facts." And she even addressed it in a message on Bubble. It seems like people are talking about the comments I left. I was surprised too when I saw all the malicious DMs and demands to apologize. It wasn't a comment I expected to blow up like this, and I'm honestly concerned. I don't think it's right to judge someone entirely based on a short clip, but still, the behavior in that video looked very rude to me. I wasn't trying to label the person, but what I saw really shocked me. My comment, saying he needed to be scolded, was just an emotional reaction to that behavior, not to who he is as a person. She said she even watched the video multiple times to make sure she wasn't overreacting. She explained, "He dropped his AirPods and shouted, 'My AirPods!' loud enough for everyone around to hear, but didn't even try to pick them up. Was he expecting someone else to do it for him? Was he hurt? Or was it just because he was with a much younger guard and thought they should act like his personal assistant? Or was he yelling at his AirPods, expecting them to crawl back on their own? I don't know. But from what I saw, that's how it looked. And if I were there, I would have said the exact same thing. You need a lesson. Where did you learn to act like that?" After this, fans started praising Nana again. Anyone who watched the video would feel the same way. It was childish behavior. That idol and his fans should be thankful adults like Nana are still willing to speak up. This wasn't parents scolding their child energy. This was just a basic human decency moment. And if you watch the video, you can clearly see he didn't even try to pick up his AirPods. I'm not sure if he even said thank you or not, but either way, the behavior, not a good look. So what do you guys think about all this? Personally, I don't think this situation would have gotten this messy if fans didn't latch onto this whole Nana needs to apologize narrative. At this point, maybe silence is the best way to diffuse the situation. But y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments.